Lightening perspectives, the presence of Logos energy and the waning influence of darkness. February 4, 2013. Humanity will find the refined perspectives that are being garnered as the energies of 2013 continue to test you all. You will soon be in awe of the wonderful energies that have been waiting to be accessed and felt, and we know that you can feel the imminence of the descent of the higher realms unto you, dear souls, as you attract them to yourselves increasingly. Our perspective has long been an energetic one, and based on where the energies are leading humanity at present, it seems that the lightning vibrations are making their way to you all and beginning to be accepted by much more of your Earth public than you would perhaps expect. Even those whose perspectives have been weighed down with density and negativity are beginning to see the possibility and need for a positive change to manifest on your world, and we, as well as a plethora of others, will continue to proclaim that humanity coming together is the biggest and most important item on the agenda. It is very important for the purposeful separation to come to an end, as you all realize how hollow it is and has always been. Humanity has fallen down into the lower, separation-based energies, but you truly have the opportunity now to remove yourselves from the influence of these energies and help the collective vibrations find the light in much easier ways. The light energies have indeed had a difficult time in reaching your world and expressing themselves in the collective consciousness, and it has been discussed before that the collective energies previously made little way for the light to come forth and for your world to benefit from such a coming forth. Your roles as light workers and light bearers continue to be stated, because you are in any given moment, working with energy that is helping your collective find the lightning vibrations you are now meant to find. While your resolve is and will continue to be tested, you will see that the layers of yourselves you have now transmuted would serve to hold you back if their expressions were still latched onto by you. You are finding that the navigation toward the light energies can indeed be difficult, but the very light you're trying to reach is already settled within you and will illuminate everything that is not matched with it in purity. In essence, dear souls, the light energies are bringing the higher realms forth in you as you continue to look for them. To those who are searching intensely for validation, for an assurance, for something to show you that the light energies are truly descending upon your planet and that you are truly beginning to feel them, we say that these energies have always been with you and you have always been able to feel them. It is simply that you have been taught you couldn't. How have your lives been up to this point, if viewed from a perspective of knowing that you constantly possess the light energies? Do you find that some of your negative experiences could have been transmuted and the difficulty you experienced around them could not have affected you in the ways it once did? Every fear, every anxiety, every worry and hurt stems from an absence of light. How many times have you, dear souls, heard this from a plethora of different sources? You've heard this so often because it is truth, and your realizing of this truth is crucial to gaining realization of the light energies, which will continue to be with you as they have always been. You see, dearest souls, these energies are all around you now, and everything you could have possibly desired from them, a refined perspective, a greater understanding of yourselves, or a greater access to the energies of an ascended entity. It is all completely attainable when you realize that you are infinite and unlimited beings, and that the light energies and the personal, inner held ability you have looked toward to be able to notice an unlimited perspective has as well been with you the entire time. Is it not enlightening to feel and realize this, dear souls? When riding the literal wave of energy you can find within yourselves, you will regain instant access to the bounties the higher realms have to offer. You will find so much available to you upon accessing your inner perception, and when realizing and meeting the aspects of your higher self who are stationed in realms just above the purity of your current so that they can assist you, you will see that you have never been left alone and that a myriad of ascended souls have always been with you to see to it that you are protected and looked after. Even with this admission, some of you will experience difficulty along your paths that tests your faith and resolve to stay centered and continue working toward fulfilling the specific piece of the puzzle you have come to the earth to fulfill. You do all indeed have your own roles to play in this time, and absolutely every role is honed and appreciated. You see, Dear souls, no effort aimed toward assisting your Earth in finding the higher realms is ever looked toward as distorted or unappreciated in any way, for the work you are all doing is spreading the natural light you carry and can feel within, which will benefit a plethora of planets and civilizations who are looking toward the ascension of Earth for the added and needed boost of ascension energies they will receive and be able to use to find an evolution themselves. The physical and spiritual evolution of humanity has been ongoing for every bit of your history, as your dimensional growth is everlasting and your experience always continues as you are tested and illusory or distorted aspects of yourselves are realized and integrated, while the influence driving them is transmuted. As you perform such transmutations, the entire collective of your world and the collectives of so many other planets are assisted tremendously in the personal transmutations they need to perform, and the karmic positivity you are to experience far surpasses what you would expect. We wish for you, dear souls, to know that your heart must be open to receive the bounty and splendor of the higher realms. The mind can be a good tool in assisting you in navigating and reasoning within your third and fourth dimensional reality, but you now have the opportunity to discover a realigned connection with your heart chakras, and when doing so, you will find that aforementioned everlasting stream of light energy that is continually coming through you. How does it feel to imagine and know that you are bringing light energy through yourselves even right now, dear souls? Particularly, you are bringing our energies through as you absorb them and ride the flow our scribe is riding as he channels us. We are so excited for you all to see and feel how infinite you will realize you are upon ascending, because you will truly be able to do anything you desire. The distortion of free will is only a distortion in the sense that it allows for you to hurt others and invade their own free will and personal sovereignty as a soul of the one infinite creator, and the free will you will experience in the higher realms will only be trimmed insofar that you will not be able to hurt others or bring down the happiness and good vibrations expressed and continually fed in the higher realms. So many souls who maintain an active and steady link to the higher realms have incarnated into your world for various reasons that were all in alignment with serving humanity and the Creator, as well as helping you all to find the refined light planes that your mere access to will see you uninhibited in finding the higher realms and the energies and fundamental aspects that drive the higher realms once again. Do not feel ill with yourselves if you feel you need to rest or if you are weary along your path as earth travelers, for your tiredness and temporary depletion is to be expected as you traverse dimensions that test you to your very cores. You all have the ability to maintain a constant, never-ending positivity, and when making the effort to, you will see that it is so. You can begin to discover the infinite higher realms that lay just beyond the conscious perception of so many earthly souls, and when doing so, you will rediscover your power as a collective, and you will see that you are truly able to do, be and feel anything that you wish. The etheric realms many of you can begin to experience are preludes to the higher dimensional experiences you are to find and enjoy oh so much, and we know that you dear souls will enjoy the higher realms because of the nature of difficulty many of you have experienced on the surface of the earth. So many of you are natural healers and uplifters of any planet struggling in the lower dimensions, and while the earth has by far been the most difficult task for the majority of you, we say that your natural roles in helping lower dimensional planets to evolve will see you assisting plenty of other planets far beyond the Earth, after your ascension has played out and Earth's surface is happily existing in the fifth dimension once again. So many of you have incarnated into numerous lower dimensional planets for the purpose of assisting them in their ascension, and it was indeed difficult for many of you to ignore the call to help a lower dimensional planet whose citizens were struggling to the point of being nearly completely unable to breach the veils that they had unknowingly fed into. You could not ignore the call to assist the Earth and help every Earth soul to break through their respective veils, and as so many of you are again, naturally healers and light workers, you knew that the best way to do so would be to actually incarnate unto the planet yourselves. As your natural light source would shine through the collective energies and consciousness, and from your position, you would be able to maintain a strong influence as a pillar of light and a naturally higher dimensional soul. Those of you who are on the earth specifically to help its people ascend did not find yourselves in the third dimension from the realms of the first or second. Many of you are fifth dimensional entities by nature. Some of you are 4th. And some are 6th, while others' dimensional age, so to speak, surpasses the 7th. There are a plethora of souls assisting your world who have incarnated from all different dimensional states of consciousness, and we are all aligned in assisting the Creator by assisting the lower dimensions of the Creator who sometimes need help to be lifted out of the density and extremes. We are happy and honored to play the roles we have been playing, as we have learned so very much about your Earth and the nature of decreasing the density of energy to be sent down and expressed in realities more distorted than those we exist upon. As so many of you know, this has been our role in assisting your Earth, and we, like you, have devoted ourselves entirely to helping your planet out of the low vibrations and to assisting each one of you light workers with the energy we are giving. Our role specifically has entailed assisting you light workers along the way, and having been able to communicate with humanity, we feel we have been able to properly do this. Humanity as a collective has begun and will begin to reflect the energies you're being given, and the purposes of our communications are to help you realize the purity of energy coming your way. As we are able to help you realize this purity because of our perspectives of increasing it with each time the energy is sent down for you all to absorb, assimilate and benefit from, before sending it along Gaia's surface to other aspects of yourselves to benefit from. If you could only see how the energies of your collective consciousness have been transmuted, ever since your new year, you would see that everything is being taken care of by the higher realms as you all begin finding the motivation to rebuild your world. Physically, it could seem for many of you as if the higher realms and we within the higher realms are not around you or will not be helping you to restore your world to the pristine condition she has always been meant to exist in. But we are working harder than ever behind the scenes to assist you all in your daily tasks that revolve around helping the Earth to ascend and seeing to it that as many souls as possible are able to ascend with her. As so many of you are now able to find and access a clear flow of the energies of the higher realms and every soul within them, the strides you are to make upon fully realizing your easy access to such energies will see you easily able to welcome us and your galactic brethren as the vibrations continue to lighten. There is so much you have come to the Earth to do, and with every writing, every attempt at channeling and every gift of light you dear souls bestow upon your fellow light worker collective, the collective energies of your entire world are given a needed boost, and you find yourselves that much closer to seeing and realizing the true and real establishment of the new paradigm many of you have worked so hard to attain and realize. At present, things are being shaken up for each of you as you all begin to see that the ways your lives have functioned for so very long are simply no longer benefiting you. When you can clear your mind and allow your hearts to be expressed in their fullest form, you will see that the energies backing your higher dimensional experience are not only easier to attain as we have mentioned, but are stronger than ever and are leading you toward your unfiltered experience. The inner change that is beginning to become quite apparent for many of you will be reflected by the outer change to your society and the ways many of the souls in your society have thought, felt and functioned, and we say this with a concrete knowing because of where the collective energies are already taking you all. So very many of you are already finding genuine and strong awakenings, and you are using the very energies and enlightened frames of mind that they have garnered in you, to help uplift any soul who can become open to the higher realms and who can become open to the vastly pure energies being delivered to and through your bodies and spirits at this time. We ask you dear souls to get active in expressing the creativity, the vitality and the energy you are beginning to feel at this time, for in doing so, your lighted energies will be fed into the collective consciousness exponentially, and every soul on your world will respond in their own individual and unique ways to the energies you are all diligently bringing through yourselves. This is why the actions of so many light workers in feeding and funneling higher dimensional logos energy through to your service are so required at this time. Without your light energies, those of darkness and density would continue to be the rule of the day, and the influence of the earthly cabals would still continue to be fed. This influence is still being fed at present, but not in the strong manner it could otherwise be were it not for the incarnations of a plethora of light workers, starseeds and ascending souls for the purposes of anchoring the light that always illuminates and exposes any vestiges of darkness that cannot last in the higher dimensions. The collective of humanity continues to feed the disintegrating grid of darkness with their own latently held energies, and we ask you, dear souls, to see that you are now natural blessers and light conduits for the energies of darkness to be transmuted through. This has been the role of many of you, or rather, has been an aspect of the roles of many of you, for indeed, you have all been doing so very much to assist in Gaia's ascension, and you have allowed yourselves to take on density to extreme extents, all for the purposes of transmuting it, as you are now doing with grace and ease. For some of you, these transmutations may not feel easy, but trust, dearest souls, they could have been much harder, but your determination and resilience in staying centered during the surfacing and transmuting of such density that many of you continue to find yourselves exposed to, is seeing to it that the overall energies of darkness and density can no longer continue to be fed in the manner they have been for so very long. There are a great many souls on your world that will initially resist the concepts and ideas of coming together and establishing true collective peace and harmony for all to benefit from, but truly, their perspective will be in the minority category in the face of every soul on your world who knows that positive change must come. As a planet, you have faced either blatant and positive change or blatant and negative change, and we know you, dear souls, can feel that you are moving and have moved into the timelines wherein bold and positive change is manifested, and every soul on your world is able to find the personal prosperity that you all deserve and require. You have always deserved to live a life free of worry and difficulty, but unfortunately, the free will permitted within a lower dimensional experience has seen humanity changing the landscape of your dearest earth into one rife with separation and hatred. We know that you are answering to hatred in the most grand of ways at this time, and we will continue to commend you for your efforts thus far. Gaia's energetic framework continues its process of becoming purer and purer, for as this very framework grows in terms of the purity of energies making its very structure up, the energies expressed through it will themselves be able to be expressed in a much purer fashion than they are currently being and have been for so very long. For those who worry that ascension has been put off or that ascension is in a stalled phase, your ascension is in a very heightened and intense phase at present, and this can account for the difficulty many of you are experiencing in your lives, as can the collective density you are attempting to transmute in any given moment. Rainbow vibrations will make themselves known within the minds and hearts of each one of you, and we wholeheartedly encourage you all to meditate, for in doing so, you will access the healing light planes our scribe has been able to access in meditation. You will also begin to feel the brimming, pure fifth-dimensional vibrations of Source that are truly descending down upon you all at present, and they are simply waiting to be felt and called upon. February 2013 will be an insanely active energetic month, and so we ask you all to brace yourselves for another round of supremely pure energies that will continue along the course of the testing you have brought forth for yourselves to experience. We are, of course, continuing along our missions, and from the perspective of souls who have been tasked with strongly decreasing the distorted nature of this energy for your month of February, we can say that your employment of a balanced center will see you excelling greatly in the energetic tasks you have set out for yourselves in this month. We have been given the mission of giving humanity energy updates whenever we can, and we hope to offer you the insight that will see you better assimilating and adjusting to energies that will continue to change the very means in which events play out on your world. These energies will continue to shake things up, and some of you will feel the effects of this shake-up, as everything about your lives is looked at in a decreasingly distorted light, and you find that the densities and limitations that once held you back are now simply things of the past. Indeed, you can continue to employ and feed those densities, but in doing so, you will be aiding and feeding something that is no longer there and only seems to be there because humanity is creating it to be so. Even with the expelling of the most potent and powerful of darkness, humanity as a collective is very powerful and will continue to feed the very energies that have kept you back for a millennia, but you now have the higher realms on your side in stronger and realer way than ever before, because of the nature and extent to which darkness has ceased on your planet. We say this in this manner because many of you have noticed the seeming continuance of darkness and negativity, and it would seem as if what we are saying is untrue from your third and fourth dimensional perspectives. This is why we return to the mention of things going on past your conscious perception that would display to you that the light truly is now the pervading influence and that the framework feeding darkness has been expelled. It is crucial for you to know that despite how things seem in your outward reality, your light and the light of the Creator is by your side in stronger ways than ever. We love you all so very much, and we ask you to see and recognize love in every form it is given. Love is everything, dearest souls, and the increasingly pure energies of love you're being given to help transmute the darkness are doing just that, on an incredibly grand scale. Thank you to the Hathors of Earth's solar astral planes. Channeled through Wes Anak. WesAnak.com. AquariusParadigm.com